What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. So I took a little bit of meat off the bear, and I took the hide. He's got like 1,000,000 tons of gut on him, so don't ever say that that bear doesn't have guts, because he totally does. He'll come straight at you, boo-boo. Still, got rid of his ass. I think the meat's just going to go to waste. I cut like 3 kilograms off him, just something for us to eat while we're running around over here. I'm glad we found the body, though, because that second bear hide is going to enable us to make ourselves a bear hide bedroll, which is one of the top tier pieces of gear in the game. You can basically sleep naked in a bear hide bedroll in the middle of a blizzard and you'll still be fine, which is good because I love sleeping. No, I hate sleeping naked. It just feels gross to me. I feel like I need to wash my sheets or something afterwards. And I shower before I go to bed. I'm not like one of those people who gets home from work and goes to bed and then showers in the morning before they go to work. In fact, I think about that kind of stuff all the time. I'm a little bit hygienic like that, where maybe overly hygienic. Sometimes I shower 2 times a day. Before the drought, I used to shower 3 and 4 times a day just because I don't like feeling dirty. But then I thought it might be getting a little obsessive, and so I peeled it on back to sometimes I shower 2 times a day now. I'll shower before I do my work and stuff like that because it just helps me feel fresh. And then usually I'll shower when I get back from the gym too. Let's go ahead and whack some meat off this little guy. I'll take his. If I'm not going to take the bears, we might as well take somebody's meat over here. And so, yep, giggity, giggity, goo. Make all the jokes that you want to make for right now. I'm feeling exhausted. I don't know what it's been the last couple of days. I know what it is, actually. I've been sick the last couple of days. And so I've still been working on through because that's the kind of person I was raised to be. My parents never called in sick, and so I never tend to do it either. So, I wanted to cook up some of this meat while we're over here. I don't know if there's enough sticks or anything around, but if I can get my hands on them, that'd be great. I think we got about an hour's worth of sticks right now. That'll give us like another 30, 40 minutes maybe. But what I'd like to find on this side is a big-ass log. There's a rabbit over there just admiring the human corpse. But like, look at this stupid dead human. He doesn't know how to survive in the winter. Grow fur, you jackass. That's how you do it right there. Grow fur and hibernate, you piece of shit. Like, wow, that's a really, really angry rabbit. This type of rabbit you would expect to find at political rallies. Like, why are you so angry all the time? You know you can, like, be happy in life, right? You don't have to be angry at everything all the time just because you have opinions. At a certain point, you can just shelve that in the back of your mind and you can go on through your life still being happy even though you still have opinions and just be like, oh, well, that's his opinion, and just not let it bother you anymore. Although I will admit, I try not to read political shit. The comments below political sections, you'd be like, wow, people this stupid cannot exist. Like, how does somebody this dumb make it to adulthood? It's frustrating to look at. There's so many hours of daylight yet left, and yet my character is so tired. I don't think there's a furnace or anything inside the building. I might just make a fire over here. We have accelerant, so we should be able to make... I think we should be able to get it done, even though the wind is blowing and howling and doing all those random things that the wind is known to be doing. It's very quiet to me right now. That's weird. I think I might have turned my volume knob down a little bit. My girlfriend got me this killer subwoofer and like these speakers for our anniversary. And it took me a while to hook them up because I didn't know where to put them in the room. Like, I felt like there was no space for them. But I finally got them hooked up. And honestly, it's kind of a gift that I can't use because I live in an apartment and it's really, really loud. If I had a house, I'd use them all the time. I've been looking for a house. I'd like to move into a house or at least rent a house because I'm tired of sharing space with neighbors who generally don't care about each other. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only considerate person in the neighborhood. Like, I try to be quiet and I turn my things down to like reasonable volumes. I gave all my neighbors my phone number and was like, yeah, if I'm ever making too much noise, call me. Just let me know. I'm totally easygoing. I'm not going to murder you or kill you or anything. I'm not even going to be mad. Just hit me up and be like, you're being too loud. And I'll be like, oh, and I didn't know. Just make me aware of it. My neighbors are super rowdy, like, all the time. Drives me crazy. Oh, really? That's not done? Okay, that's cool. I don't really care about it that much. It looks like we're a little bit tired right now. I'll probably eat this other bear meat just to get our stomach filled up. I'll probably drink some of this water, too. But the only other thing that I want to do today is I'm going to cook up all this meat so that while we're adventuring out here, we have a food supply because I didn't bring that with me. And so we need to make sure that that's a concrete thing that we've gotten done. Although, fun factoid, if your steaks taste like concrete, you might not be very good at making steaks. Start a fire over here. There we go. I'm going to start a fire. Oh, I've got an 89% chance of success? Well, do that then. Don't use accelerant if you don't need to. You never know. You're going to get caught out in a blizzard that one time, and you're not going to have any accelerant, and you're going to die due to the blizzard. You're going to be super upset at yourself. That's what happened to me, and that's why I always carry accelerant with me now, no matter what. It's not that you need it. It's that you might need it someday. And when you're in a life or death, I'm going to freeze to death situation, that accelerant makes it a lot easier to start a fire. Okay, perfect. And so the fire's up and running. Let's start with the sticks for right now. You know, just throw it all in there because this cookout is going to take a bit. I think it'll probably take us a good 2 or 3 hours to get this done. We're pretty close to blacking out and falling asleep. The hides that we left in here, unfortunately, haven't cured. I was hoping that they would be so I could bring them back with me, but I'll just leave them on the floor. I don't want to carry them around a whole bunch with me while we're working on other things. We should have to worry about freezing to death because we're sitting next to a fire, which, as far as I understand these things, the thermal transfer of the fire being like right next to us should keep us from freezing to death or anything else horrible from happening. Still, I hope new indie games come out soon. I've been thinking about that a lot lately, and things have just been so slow on YouTube right now for everybody. This is nasty. It is just downright nasty. Ain't nothing going on. Like, they dropped the Don't Starve expansion, but I'm not really into that. I'm not into Don't Starve that much. Like, I like Don't Starve, but it's one of those games that's kind of like, I don't see how I can entertain while playing it because things don't happen very often in that game. And so anyways, it's kind of just sitting around most of the time, just like doing your thing. Probably drop that off on that side. That's looking pretty good. I'll just leave the fire where it's at for right now. We'll go back inside. Obviously, it's super safe to leave a fire burning right next to your house that's made of wood. But since we got a storm outside and we're already pretty tuckered, I may just eat and drink and go into the next day fully refueled. I don't know. Seems alright to me. I mean, I don't have that much loot on me right now. Not really carrying around anything important, so we could keep traveling, but we're so burned out and tired at the moment that it seems like a better plan to me to just crash out for the day till the blizzard goes away. And so I probably go like 10 hours since we just ate and drank. See how much mileage we can get out of this. See if we can just leapfrog the night entirely. This is only going to get us halfway through the night. I think the longest I've ever slept was for like a full 24 hours. I slept for a long time, but honestly, I haven't slept for... I had a girlfriend who used to get depressed, and she would sleep for like days at a time. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Like, just human willpower in sleeping and just ignoring the world. It was pretty amazing. She would sleep for 2 and 3 days at a time. She'd get up for like an hour, eat, and then go back to bed and sleep for another day. It was a sight to behold. I don't think she ever got it under control either. I don't really know. Depression's a tough one. I get depressed from time to time. But I don't think I get like depressed, not like clinically depressed, because having been in the presence of real clinical depression, I've never slept for like 4 days straight and just been like, I'm not going to deal with the world for the next week. I've never been on that level, so I assume that I don't have like clinical. I get down every now and again, and it'll take me out for like a week or so where I'll just like not want to do anything for like days at a time. I'll just be like, But I still get up and I like watch TV and I like veg out on the couch and don't do anything, like wrap up in a blanket, and I'm just like, meh, for long periods of time. But she was on a whole different level. She had made like a professional career out of it. Really start to worry about somebody though after they've been asleep for like 4 days. Like shake them and they're like, so you want me to, I can make you waffles or something, like try and cheer them up. Nope. Going back to bed. Going back to bed. It is what it is. It's a tough thing to deal with. Tough thing to deal with, I would imagine anyways. I've never dealt with like real hardcore sledgehammer depression like that. Mine is just like, I feel down because my career isn't going so great, or I feel down because this thing didn't go the way that I wanted and I put a lot of work into it. You know, and so for like a week after that, you're just like moping and feeling shitty for yourself. That's like real depression, where it's like a chemical problem or something in their brain. Looks like there's a roadblock. Actually, no, never mind. We might be able to go to another zone over here, which is all that I really wanted to do. I can find more wood and melt more water up. It's not a big deal. I think I can accomplish it. Is there anything on that island right there? I wonder. This sprinting's what's getting me into trouble, too. Just running around too much. It looks like we got a vehicle. We'll go over here. We'll see if it's blocked off. It's blocked off. I guess we can't go out that way. We'll have to figure out a new way to go. But as far as I remember, I think they may have unblocked this. I don't have my crowbar with me. So unfortunately, we'll just kind of have to have a look here. I don't know if there's really anything in here. Kind of a bummer as far as cars go. Jump out the door real fast. Swing around some corners in here to the Crumbling Highway. Yeah, let's go take a look. I'm curious and I want to know. So the Crumbling Highway, I don't remember if this was a transition zone, much in the same way that you've got the train tracks that transition in between the mystery lake and whatever else. The coastal highway. I don't know if this is a transition or if this is an actual zone. Can I get under here? Looks like I can. We'll keep an eye out for any kind of shelter. We got 11 hours of daylight left, though. We're not that cold, and as the sun comes up, I think we'll probably be able to get up above negative. Our clothing's still a little bit damaged, and we're waiting on hides and things to cure over so that we can throw the final bit of repairs on them and get ourselves a little bit less holy than we are right now. The Crumbling Highway. Looks like it pretty much connects to the lake we already had. I may gather some sticks just in case we get caught out. I don't have a sleeping bag with me either, which means we're going to be reliant on beds or anything else we can find in order to properly relax and I guess recuperate our fine selves. I hear movement over here, but I don't know if it's a deer or a wolf. We'll just have to be careful while we're in the area. It's okay, though. Gun's ready to go. Rabbit's running off right there. It looks like we got a deer on this side. That's actually great because I want the hide very, very badly. And so I'm going to take the hide, and I've got a lot of gut, but I always feel like I'm wasting it if I don't take it. He said, knowing full well that he left like 1,000 gut on a bear back there. Still a little cold right now. We might have issues. I can make a fire, though. Just like a little one, not like a big one. Something we can sit together with for maybe 10-15 minutes and just get the chill out of our bones. There may be a house over here, though, if we get very lucky. Nothing inside the mailbox. We've got the abandoned Harris home. Have I been here before? I feel like I've been here before. Maybe I did it in a stream or something. By the way, check out the Twitch stream. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, Pacific time, 5 o'clock. I expand those hours out pretty aggressively sometimes, and I'll stream for an extra couple hours and early a couple hours because I really do want to become like a streamer of note. Hasn't happened yet, but that doesn't mean it won't happen someday. Yeah, we got a basement down in here. Let's take a look. See what we can find. Got a little bit of kerosene on that side. Some quality tools. Probably should have brought a bedroll with me. That might have been a tactical failure. Bunch of tools inside of there, which is pretty cool. Works for me. Looking gorgeous. I think we'll probably be able to have some reclaimed wood down there, but we might be able to pull something out of the washer and dryer. Some jeans, some wool socks, and some other rando little bits and bobs. Nothing that I want, though. I'll probably leave most of this here. I will take that, though. Basically, I'll just collect all this stuff. And then we shall throw it upon the earth. I don't really need a hacksaw. Like, hacksaws can be useful, I guess, when you need a bunch of scrap metal. But as of right now, that is not a concern that has even crossed my mind. Once we start making arrowheads and things of that nature, when we run out of bullets, it'll definitely be a big deal. We got 4 liters of kerosene? Really? Oh, wow, that's a good pull. That's a really good pull. Okay, well, refuel from here. I'm going to leave the kerosene here, though. So there it is. We'll fuel my fire for just a second. And then as far as the kerosene's concerned, I'm just going to drop it on the floor. I can't really be carrying around that much kerosene with me. It's too heavy and it's too much. At the bar right there, if I had had a sleeping bag with me, this might have been an okay idea. We might have been able to turn this one around. Unfortunately, I am sleeping bagless. So, we're going to be a little bit limited by our fatigue for a bit. Back out to the crumbling, rumbling highway. I'm adding new things. Ooh, there's dirt sticking up in the air. That's kind of cool. Wasn't really interested in the crowbar. See some stuff in the front seat, though, that we might be able to make use of. Got a soda. Actually, bringing coffee would have worked, too. I could have just, like, yoked myself up on coffee real fast. Move the visors around a bit. I didn't see anything in the back seat, so I'm probably not even going to search it. Just kind of... Oh, there's a beanie in the back. I don't care about that. Beanie in the back, nobody loves you. Beanie in the back, why are you such a bitch now? That beanie in the back is a bitch. I calls him like I sees him. He's grumpy all the time over dumb shit, too. Like, oh, I didn't get my McDonald's on time this morning. Why didn't Sherry bring donuts for all of us? He's always grumpy about everything. He's like, you know what, Beanie? Shut the hell up. Ain't nobody got time for your ish. I hate that person at work. That person at work that's always got like a problem with everything, always got to bitch and moan about everything. I'll be like, how about this? We come to work and we do our job. I don't want to talk about it. Sure, it sucks. I'm only here for the paycheck, though. What are you here for? Oh, only the paycheck? Well, maybe you should focus on that then. Ugh, people complaining at work is the worst. Don't be that guy, kids. Grow up, learn to be a hard worker, learn to suffer in silence, and learn to collect your paycheck and just be a hard worker and people will like you. Nobody likes that guy, though. Nobody likes that guy. It's always bitching and moaning and trying to get out of work and just generally does not contribute. I frankly don't understand how people make it to that point in their life still having that kind of work ethic. And they complain like when they don't get promotions and stuff, too. I'm like, well, it's because you don't apply yourself, Rick. Half-ass, thy name is you. Go ahead and grab this stuff right here. It seems like it's still a little bit cold out. Yep, it's still a little bit chilly. Just a little bit chilly out here. I'm not going to let the water supply get down too low. But we got some firewood in here and a pack. Don't really care about either. I'll search the backpack because it's the kind of guy I am. Fur firewood's always useful because you can fix stuff with it. Don't really want the venison. Usually I just need the hides because I got to repair my shoes and I got to repair my pants. That's what it is. Be walking around in the wilderness pantsless, willy to the wind, or I guess flaps to the wind in the case of our current character. Lots of reclaimed wood, but really, which mine is that right there? Is that the same mine or is that a different mine? Enemy mine. Doors, but nothing else other than reclaimed wood on this side. Expecting to see a lot more corpses. How did the houses get burned down? Like, I really want to know. When the storyline mode gets here, I'm going to binge through that thing super hard because I have so many questions about what has gone on inside this game world and, like, the problems that exist. Like, it's very, very odd to me how everything is just annihilated. Was there earthquakes? Like, what else happened, you know? We were obviously in the sky during the time of all this, and I guess our plane fell from the heavens. I should probably take these. Old man's beard turns out to be pretty useful once you start crossing it with band-aids and all that kind of stuff. And I think I'm just about out of it. I think I only have 2 or 3 little scraps remaining. And so if we can grab maybe 7 or 8 of those, it means that we can make the really, really good bandages that don't require us to use antiseptic so that we can get rid of all of our problems in one bang. You know how I feel about bangs. I could shoot that rabbit right now, but it's not going to help me that much because I don't have 2 rabbit hides. I would only have the 1. In order to make the glove, you need... Now, I saw a thing over here. This truck looks like it's getting off the road. This is a new model right here. I don't think I've ever been inside of a truck in this game. Wonder if it has that truck smell. Like, every truck has that dad's truck smell. I don't know. They've all got, like, that musk of manhood inside of them. My truck had it. I never wore cologne or anything inside my truck. I always used it when I was going to and from work. So it smelled like man flesh. But all trucks have, like, that work smell. Trucks smell like work if they're used properly. I don't know if everybody uses their truck for work. Some people use them for decoration or something. Another abandoned mine, number 3 west. I don't think this is the same one. Yeah, there's still stuff on the shelves. I definitely didn't want to do that. I'll go ahead and use a flare because I never use them anyways. Oh. Simple enough, I suppose. I'm a little claustrophobic. Not a lot of claustrophobic. But it looks like it's going to pay off. Got coal around, which is always nice for making fires and things of that nature. We're going to take all lefts for right now. Until we dead end out. You hear that? There's a bear in here. Oh, that's so bad. I heard it. It went. Rrr. It made that telltale sound that bears make. Rrr. Lots of lantern fuel if you need it. I may leave this place unlooted because we might have to beat a hasty retreat back to where we came from before too long, and I don't want to be overweight. Dead guy with a pry bar over here. Man, they went all in when they designed this place, didn't they? I can get back up that way, can't I? I was going to say, that would suck. How tired are we? Tired enough. Crazy. Sorry, I'm listening for the sound of bears. I know that I heard him. And as we get closer, his little snuffly noises should get louder. And I don't want to talk over the top of it when it happens. Oh, look at that. We got ourselves another exit. Where's this one pop out? Ooh, a bullet. Where's this one pop out? Oh, in Desolation Point. Okay. Ooh, a fire striker. Hell yeah. We don't have one of those. So what I might do here is let's ditch some of the wood and random shit that I'm carrying around. I don't care about it, and it needs to go. I need to get myself underweight like right this second. Otherwise, we are going to have problems. Now, Desolation Point is probably not a wise idea right now. That said, I don't think I've ever been here before. And so if we could find the actual loop back to get here, I'd be happier. Still, because I've got a long walk in front of me, I gotta go all the way back to base, which is gonna be super fun. It's gonna be a walk for the ages. I think what I may instead do is bid you all farewell right here and say that my name, I gotta recognize it real fast. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in the long dark. It's cool that we found yet another place we can go. Seems like there's always, these caves are always interesting adventures. They always lead to interesting new places. I'm going to walk back to base. I don't know exactly what we're going to do after this. I think I'd like to get done with the Crumbling Highway, but our stamina is getting low enough right now to where I feel very, very nervous about staying out any longer. I don't want to end up exhausted and unable to make it back to base. So anyways, I will see you all in future episodes. Hi do, everybody. This is The Long Dark. Check it out down below. Also, make sure to stop on by the Twitch stream if you have time over the course of the next week or two. I do Twitch stream 3 times a week for 2 to 4 hours most of the time. Trying to put in the hours anyways. And it'd be nice to see some new faces. Not that I don't love the old faces. Bye, everybody.